Audience. Grandma's asleep. Alright, today I'm going to talk about the choosing of the sex of an unborn child and whether or not that should be a choice or not, which I don't believe. You should be able to choose the sex of your unborn child. There is about a 50% chance that you will have a female or a male when born. And there are a lot of techniques that people use to determine or try to get a certain sex of a baby, as far as like sex positions or also having sex before or after ovulation. Can choose whether you have a boy or a girl. I've tried 3 times and ended up with a female each time, no matter what I did. So, many reasons for people's choice in doing so. You have cultural reasons or trying to prevent sex-linked genetic diseases from occurring in offspring. But this also makes couples have high hopes, and it gives them major disappointment and as well as unnecessary abortions when they find out that it may not be the sex that they currently want. That was found at WebMD.com. Now, the sex isn't just about XY chromosome, but it also involves a regulator that increases or decreases the activity of genes. It decides whether you become a male or a female. But 1 in 2,000 births actually end up where you have both male and female reproductive system parts. But one may not be fully developed as much as the other one. You just end up with both parts. And that was found at ScienceDaily.com. Now, the reproductive system is a reproductive system. You are born with it, and it grows and develops from about week 10 and further. That's when you can actually get blood tests to determine whether you are having a male or a female. And the disappointment that you get from finding out that you don't have the sex that you currently want as a baby can actually lead to depression. It can lead to wanting the unnecessary abortions. So many people just go ahead and get one because why not? It's not the sex you want, so let's just get rid of it, which shouldn't be the case. When your child is born, you feel that you did everything in your power to keep your child as a him or her until they choose to be who they are anyways. You can have a female, and later on in life, they decide that that's not how they feel, and they feel that they want to change. So no matter what you do in your power to have this certain sex of baby that you want, they're going to be who they want to be. And you don't have that choice later on to decide that for them. They choose that. So you shouldn't really be able to change the sex before the baby is born because they turn out who they want to be. Now, there's also a risk factor to using the IVF method. And when trying to choose that, choosing the IVF method, you choose a gender of a child before you have the fetus growing inside of your uterus. But the IVF method doesn't normally allow gender to be picked unless you do genetic testing when doing IVF. You can have a screening done for diseases, which at that time, these tests are now asking you if you'd like to know the sex of the embryo before it is placed into your uterus. But by manipulating the embryos, however, it has an intrinsic risk during the screenings. And while this is confirmed, there have been many side effects. This isn't confirmed. There have been many side effects reported, such as like ovarian pain, sickness. It can cause actual death to your child because now you're mixing and playing with the genes and genetic stuff that keeps them together. And when genetic makeup. While this would be nice to know your sex of your baby, if finally we get a boy, I've been wanting for 3 beautiful girls, but your children will become who they want to be anyways, boy or girl, and there shouldn't be any gender bias on that. And so with that, I believe that people should not be able to choose the sex of their baby and just appreciate the fact that they were able to create one in the first place.
Create a baby, a healthy baby. Create one. What are they doing?
CNN.com was my reference for that.